Bonjour tout le monde. Le Canada a participé à cette semaine au sommet des leaders nord-américains ici à la ville de Mexico. J'ai aussi eu des rencontres bilatérales productives avec notre hôte, le président López Obrador, et avec le président Biden. On a fait avancer nos priorités communes, comme la croissance économique, que ce soit de renforcer nos chaînes d'approvisionnement ou de créer des bons emplois pour la classe moyenne. Plus l'Amérique du Nord est compétitive et prospère, plus les entreprises et les travailleurs canadiens en bénéficient. Since President Biden took office, we've made a lot of progress together on our shared priorities. Our work continues this week, and it will continue in March, when we'll host President Biden in Canada. Here in Mexico City, he and I talked about many important issues, including borders and transportation. Yesterday, we announced a new process that will restore and strengthen the capacity to process Nexus Traveler cards. The new process will reduce wait times and address backlogs. The Nexus program generates billions in economic activity and supports local communities on both sides of the border. Making sure this process is as efficient as possible is beneficial to both Canada and the United States. President Biden and I also talked about security issues around the world. On sait qu'on a un rôle important à jouer pour protéger la sécurité et la stabilité mondiale. On a discuté de la crise actuelle en Haïti et de notre engagement à favoriser des solutions dirigées par les Haïtiens et à continuer d'aider Haïti et son peuple. We also denounced the Iranian regime's continued attacks on the brave women, students, and people of Iran who want to live their lives free from persecution. President Biden and I also discussed Putin's brutal invasion of Ukraine. We continue to be there to support Ukrainians as they defend themselves. Yesterday, we announced that Canada is purchasing a national advanced surface-to-air missile system from the United States to donate to Ukraine. This military aid will help Ukraine strengthen its air defense systems and protect civilians. Russia's war is tragic and devastating for Ukraine. And it also has impacts around the world on energy and food security, as well as on supply chains. With President López Obrador and with President Biden, we all agree that it's essential to continue working together as reliable partners to strengthen our supply chains. This week, I also had many meetings with CEOs and business leaders from Mexico and the United States. I made it clear that Canada is a great place to invest. We have critical and valuable resources, we have the stability that makes us a reliable partner, and we have a skilled, educated, and ambitious workforce. Canada is rapidly becoming the reliable energy and tech supplier a net zero world will need, and business leaders and partners are noticing it. For example, Canada has gone up from 5th in the world to 2nd when it comes to the battery supply chain. Critical minerals are essential to build batteries and electric vehicles, but also laptops, smartphones, and the semiconductors that they need. With Mexico and the United States this week, we launched the North American Alliance for Semiconductor Supply Resilience. This will help our governments work with industry to identify opportunities, increase investment, and strengthen and expand semiconductor supply chains within North America. This continent should and will be at the forefront of global innovation and sustainability, and more collaboration will continue to be the key to our success. Pendant qu'on continue notre travail pour faire croître l'économie, on s'assure aussi que les gens sont au centre de cette croissance. C'est important de s'assurer que personne ne soit laissé pour compte. Cette semaine, on a réitéré que nos 3 pays doivent continuer leurs efforts pour éliminer la discrimination et le racisme systémique, parce que chaque personne mérite d'avoir une chance réelle et équitable de réussir. With President López Obrador, we created the Canada-Mexico Action Plan. This is our shared vision to build more prosperous, sustainable, safe, and equitable societies. The plan includes initiatives to advance gender equality and women's rights. We're also modernizing cooperation between our 2 countries on Indigenous issues. Our countries signed a memorandum of understanding that will move us both forward on reconciliation and the empowerment of Indigenous peoples. Whether it's growing the economy and making sure no one is left behind, creating good jobs for the middle class, protecting our environment, strengthening our supply chains, empowering people, or standing up for democracy, Canada will always step up and partner with Mexico and the United States. Je veux remercier encore une fois le Mexique et le président López Obrador de nous avoir reçus pour cet important sommet cette semaine. J'ai bien hâte de poursuivre notre collaboration dans les mois et les années à venir pour bâtir un meilleur avenir pour l'Amérique du Nord et pour les Canadiens.